guys, Michael Stillwell here from Stillwell Pianos in Mesa, Arizona, and you just listened to a very, very special piano. This piano is called a Steinway A1. It was built in 1886, and it's an 85-note piano. So for those Steinway buffs out there, you know that the Steinway A1 was introduced in 1878. As I mentioned, this piano was built in 1886. And in 1892, they went from an 85-note to an 88-note piano. So this is an 85-note piano. And in 1997, they replaced the A1, which was their grand piano, a 6-foot piano. They replaced it with what's called an A2, and the A2 is a little bit longer than the A1, and it was an 88-note piano. This, again, was is an 1886 Steinway A1 with an 85-note key set. So when we got this piano in, we stripped the entire cabinet, refinished the piano entirely. Same thing with the plate. Same thing with the soundboard. We shimmed the soundboard, we finished the soundboard, put a new pin block in the piano, restrung the piano, new damper felts, we finished all the damper heads, polished all of the nickel hardware, and re-nickel plated everything. Same with all of the actual screws in the piano, refelted everything, and just did a ton of work. But I have a really cool surprise for you. I'm going to go around to the front of the piano and show you what's going on inside. All right, so now check this out. This does not look normal, right? This is the surprise. So if you've watched our channel before, you know that I talk a lot about Mason and Hamlin. They're my favorite pianos, and we sell a lot of Mason and Hamlins, about as much as Steinways, to be completely honest. But this is a WNG action. WNG stands for Wessel Nickel Gross, and Mason and Hamlin owns WNG. This is what comes in a brand new top-of-the-line Mason and Hamlin action. So we got this piano in, and for those of you who are Steinway fanatics, you know that Steinway hammer rails are actually a piece of metal with a piece of wood going all the way through it. And over time, a lot of this metal will crack, and the wood will expand and kind of cause the metal to crack. So our rails were cracked in the piano. And to have them rebuilt was going to be pretty expensive. And we had just done a WNG action on a Mason and Hamlin where we ordered basically what's called a stack, which is this whole part right here, hammers, everything all done, action brackets, rails, all of it. And we did that for a Mason, and we had just such good results with it. The piano sold almost instantly, and we decided to do it with this piano too, and try it out. So this is kind of a weird hybrid piano, right? It has a Mason and Hamlin action in it, a WNG action in it, but it's a classic old Steinway piano, so it's going to have that classic old Steinway scale design, so it's going to have that sound, and it's going to have a completely updated action. So it's extremely responsive action. This action is made out of carbon fiber in the hammer shanks and composite everywhere else. They're very, very, very good for climate change. So if you live in an area where you're kind of going like this with humidity, unlike wood, this action won't swell and grab those center pins, causing sticky keys or sluggish action parts. And we were really, really pumped on these right now. The hammers that WNG puts on their pianos are actually obel hammers. And we've been really, really pleased with them. If you watched our channel before, you know we talk a lot about Renner. That's usually what we put in our pianos when we rebuild pianos. And we absolutely love Renner. We're very good friends with the Meyer family who owns Renner USA. They're up here in Scottsdale, so we tend to use them a lot. But every once in a while, it's fun to try something new like we did with this piano, and I'm so pleased that we got this one dialed in as well as we did. So if you, oh, and on top of that, we did cover all of the new key tops, and we refinished all of the sharps. So those are all resprayed with lacquer. We rebushed the key sticks in the balance rail and the front rail, and then we also did new back checks too. So this thing is absolutely awesome. It's a weird hybrid piano at this point, but it's basically hot rodded with all of the top of the line, most expensive, highest end parts you can get. And it is probably one of a kind because you don't see too many of these actions being put into Steinway pianos. So guys, if you have any questions about this particular piano or any other piano on our website, always feel free to shoot me an email at michael@stillwellpianos.com. Thanks for watching, guys.